punch me. I can just dodge it.
Okay, but think about this one. If you're a superhero, who's gonna be able to do more? A guy that can go fast or a guy who has super strength?
Guy that can go fast.
No, because think about this. If somebody's trapped underneath a car, right, or there's like a burning building and nobody else can get in, who's gonna be the one that's able to get in there?
Super speed.
Wrong.
No.
That is definitely wrong.
That's
because
definitely
if
true.
they're trapped under a car, they don't have the ability to lift it up. They're not strong enough.
Think about the Flash, right? He can like phase through stuff.
Right.
So he can like go under it, get the guy or a girl, and then come back out.
But the person can't phase. The person
He
can't
can
phase.
The Flash can phase other people.
No, I can just imagine it. The Flash is trying to, like, carry his girlfriend or whatnot. He's trying to run through a wall, right? And his girlfriend just, like, somehow dies.
Just doesn't make it through the wall.
All this blood.
The Flash can do that. He can vibrate.
Well, I didn't say the Flash. You just said super speed.
Oh, super speed. The Flash does have super speed.
True.
No, he has other powers.
Yeah, he has other powers.
Like what?
Like he was struck by lightning. That gave him the ability to go fast, like lightning fast. And he has electricity. That's what allows him to phase through things.
Yeah, that's why he can travel through walls, is because of the electricity.
Yeah.
Actually, that
So the actual
dumb.
speed doesn't have anything to do with it. But anyway. Well, okay, you're telling me.
Okay,
You're telling me. If Mr. Incredible and the Flash got in a fight.
Yes. The Flash would win.
How?
Because he could throw him into the sun.
That is the dumbest thing I've
That doesn't
ever
make any
heard.
sense because he can't lift Mr. Incredible.
You can't. Okay, if you're running, if he's running, if they're in a big field, right? The Flash is running from far away. He can like knock Mr. Incredible off from his legs because he's top heavy, so he falls. Like with the centrifugal force, like swing him around.
You mean centrifugal?
Whatever. Swing him around until he's going like super fast and throw him into the sun.
Oh.
And Mr. Incredible couldn't even react because of how fast the Flash is going.
I don't know.
I mean,
To me, best superpower would probably be invulnerability.
That would be a good one.
Because I mean, think you could do literally anything and nothing can hurt you.
yeah,
what
but
about
you
if you drown?
yeah.
No weakness.
Well, then what's the point of life if you have like no weakness?
No, you can still die of old age, so that way you're not living forever. But I mean, you just
Then
have
that's
no
a weakness. You can die.
Well, yeah, but think about that.
Can you get cancer?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
Or maybe omnipotent. Maybe would be pretty cool.
Omnipotence? I mean, basically being a god.
You'd know everything.
Yeah.
That'd be
Wow.
a pretty cool power.
You'd probably be very well.
You're right.
Well, I think my favorite superpower would be controlling people's lives through mind power. Really?
Like telepathy.
Yeah, a little bit.
But like more than that.
Yeah.
Other than just being able to read people's minds.
Like imagine you're omniscient and you control people's lives like Sims. Like I
Whoa.
would do that
like
so well.
the world is your video game.
Basically.
That's crazy.
Just imagine you're like trying to build a skyscraper, but you tear it down so you can put a roller coaster in it. And it goes over 300 Gs. Probably kill someone, but you know.
Speaking of superpowers, what do you think would be like the best superpower that wouldn't be useful in a fighting scenario? Such as like, I can write by just waving my hand over a piece of paper.
Oh,
Something
like
that.
just like a passive ability.
Yeah,
I
like
guess.
a passive ability.
Oh,
I
so
guess
like
X-ray vision.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess so.
Makes sense.
Because I mean, all you get to do is just see through people's clothes, I guess. Or
I mean-
through people's bodies. I don't know.
What is wrong with you? Stop talking. You're just making it worse. Anyway.
I mean, I do have a point.
I think a cool one. I think that actually you could like put your hand on a book and you read the book in 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Like or be able to like flip through the pages of a book and you just read it that fast.
That would be cool.
What about turning water into wine?
Listen,
I mean,
I guess that's a passive ability, but
yeah,
it's
it's not that cool.
it's not as cool as being able to read a book in 0.3 seconds.
Yeah, just if you
Yeah.
place your hand on a book and read it.
Like you could read War and Peace in 5 seconds.
But imagine how much money you would be making water into wine by yourself and bottling it. Like seriously,
I mean, you could.
you can make a whole entire.
You're right.
But if you
business
go
based
into a
off that.
library and you just go like spread out your hands and then run through an aisle, you can just read all the books like that.
That is true.
5,000 IQ,
and then
man.
like if it's
5,000 IQ.
like the
5,000
nonfiction section, maybe like
and but I mean,
textbooks.
coming with that, as another part of the ability of being able to read books, you also have a photographic memory, so you don't like lose all this
that
information.
would be cool.
That would.
Oh, there was this show called, I forgot what it was called, but there's this guy, and then his friend was like a really big businessman, and then the guy, he was like what's it called? He was making a band, but it wasn't successful, and so the guy gave him this like little tablet. It was called NZT. It was like drugs, and then you would take it, and you could instantly remember everything you've ever seen and anything you've ever read, and like it gives you photographic memory, all that for like 12 hours, so it makes him like super smart. And then he solved, like, his dad had a thing where like he had some sort of disorder, and the doctors couldn't figure it out, so he read like a bunch of textbooks, and he's like, oh yeah, it's that. And then his parents were like, how did you find that out? And he's like, I don't know, it just kind of happens. And then I think that would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool.
So that's not really a superpower. That's
I'm just not super.
Okay,
It's a
think about this.
Yeah.
What do you think is like a real life superpower? Like photographic memory, that's kind of like a real life
Yeah.
superpower, right?
It would.
In a way.
Multitasking.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
A really good one.
Moms are really good at that.
Yep.
Shout out to all the moms out there.
Yep. Love you, Mom. Anyway. That didn't go as far as I thought it was going to. Okay.
Not really.
There could be.
I mean, what's your guys' favorite superhero movie?
Okay.
Movie?
Like,
It hasn't
of all
come out
time.
yet.
No, you
It hasn't come
seen
out
that.
yet.
You don't know what happens in it.
Well,
Like
you know.
your favorite movie as of right now.
As for all those who don't know, he's speaking of Avengers Endgame.
I'm actually speaking of Shazam. Thank you very much.
Shazam. You're
Shazam.
speaking of Shazam.
Yeah, it's a DC movie.
I
and
know
it's-
what Shazam
I'm
is.
so excited to see that. I'm
That
so hyped.
Looks like the stupidest movie.
Dude,
He looks
he's
so
like
awesome,
he's like the
okay.
Captain Marvel of DC.
Except he's just a
Except he
little
can't fly.
He can't. Shazam can't fly.
Shazam cannot fly. Are you serious?
Not in the movie, but in the comics he can.
Oh, okay. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Watch him fly in the movie.
No, he can't.
Why?
Because
It
they
just happened.
It-
What does he
he-
have?
he just
what
doesn't
can he
know.
do?
he's like bulletproof. He's like invulnerable completely. He can like zap things electrically. It's like super cool, right? He can jump like crazy high and run super fast, and he's like he's got super strength and stuff.
Wait, is the Shazam movie the one where it's just the one kid that says Shazam, or the one with like the 5 different kids that say Shazam?
The one
The
one
one
guy says
guy.
Shazam. He goes Shazam, boom, and then he's like an adult and like a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because like in the
Yeah.
comics, there's another version where like 5 different kids say Shazam. And
That's
they all
weird.
transform into one.
That just sounds wrong. That doesn't sound okay. All right.
All right. What about you?
Oh wait, I didn't say the one I like currently at this moment.
Oh yeah, you
Okay.
probably shouldn't have.
All right. So the one I like Spider-Man: Homecoming.
That is a good one.
That is. But wait. It's got to be a tie between Spider-Man: Homecoming, Ant-Man, and yeah, those two.
The first one? It was alright.
I like the second one more though because it was in San Francisco.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think the first one was, but you saw more of the city,
Yeah.
and that's where I went last year on our journalism trip. So
All right.
How do you think Ant-Man got out of the quantum realm?
Oh my god.
we don't warrant spoilers on here. What if people
Yeah.
haven't seen it?
Oh
Come on,
my god.
come on, let's go.
All right. What is yours?
My favorite it would either be Iron Man 1.
Mm,
That was a good one.
that was a good one.
Avengers was pretty good.
The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And or Batman.
Which one?
Which
The
one?
Dark Knight.
Oh, yeah. I have to
Right.
agree with that. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight.
Yes, that is a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I mean, like Christian Bale
Mhm.
did a wonderful job in that movie. Heath Ledger did as well.
Yeah, Heath Ledger was the best Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you disagree, your opinion is
Oh yeah,
invalid.
that's another movie I want to watch. Is the movie that's coming out, The
Oh,
Joker,
yeah,
with
with
Joaquin
Joaquin
Phoenix. Yeah.
Oh wait, are they just making a straight Joker movie now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And it shows him like before he's the Joker.
I've still been waiting on that Hawkeye movie.
True.
I don't think it's coming out, guys.
Probably not.
Guys,
Now
give
he's
up.
Ronin, actually.
Give up. What?
Yeah, he's Ronin now.
In the new trailer.
Yeah, in the new
When
trailer,
he
he's
sword
Ronin
and stuff.
now.
He's Ronin. He's not Hawkeye.
Wait. Why are we even talking about this?
Because it's cool.
Okay, I
Ronin.
understand that, but I think we set a preference up. You can't talk about that stuff.
Why?
Because we don't want to be the bearer of bad news and spoil
It's not
things.
bad news.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Bad
Oh my
news,
God.
guys. George Washington's dead.
No way.
What?
George Washington is dead.
Speaking
I knew it.
of history, we just had an essay due in history that we've had the whole semester. And
You didn't do it.
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a
really
surprise.
good.
Wow, you did your homework?
That essay.
Epic.
How did you do, Brandon?
I did pretty well. Wait, he's graded them already?
I don't think so. He's printed them out. I don't think he's grading them Monday. I think he said.
Yeah. Well, I took a month to write mine because, yeah.
It took a week.
So our essay was about a book critique. So
Yeah.
basically, we critique a book.
A book
and,
between the Civil War and World War One.
and it had to be nonfiction. And the book that I read was about the Nez Perce Indians. And what was really weird about this book was how off topic it got. Very easily it got very off topic.
Sounds
it
like
went-
Adrian.
Yeah, it really does
It
sound
really
like
do.
you, Adrian.
My book was on the backstage at the Lincoln assassination about the 46 stagehands and actors other than John Wilkes Booth in that arena stage. And then every time it introduced a new character. Like it would go from the story. It started the day of the assassination, like beginning of practice at like 9 a.m.
Right.
It was like, oh yeah, so everyone was there except this one like famous actor, Laura Keene, and she was like the most famous actor in that one play. And then it talked about Laura Keene. It was like, oh, she's famous. She never shows up to rehearsal. And then it went to her whole backstory. And then she had a couple other guys with her and went to their backstory. And then it finally went back to the original like story of like the day. And then every time it's just another character and when it's their backstory, and it's just so confusing.
Huh. Sounds like it goes really in depth though.
It does.
For in like a small moment in history. Speaking of, let's see, the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. Have you heard of the show Timeless?
No.
It's on YouTube.
No.
Well, it's about this guy, right? And they're running some like underground organization or something, and they go back in time in a time machine and try to mess up time, right? And they go back to the day Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, and try to keep him from getting assassinated to ruin the future, right? Because the butterfly effect affects something in the past, does something in the future, right?
Yeah.
And so then these other people in a not as amazing time machine go back and try to stop him. So they just bouncing around all over time trying to stop him.
This sounds like
Wait,
Bill and
so-
Ted's Excellent Adventures.
So it's a really janky time machine. So like they don't go back. They just go ahead and bounce around until they get there.
No. It's not specifically about their time machine works. It just wasn't. That was their backup time machine,
Oh.
right? And so they're using the backup time machine to chase the first one through time. He doesn't just go to Abraham Lincoln's. He
Oh.
goes to other places like the Lindenberg.
Oh.
You know. Yeah.
Hindenburg.
Huh?
The Hindenburg.
That's what I meant.
You said.
You said Lindenberg.
I said Lindenberg.
Yeah.
You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a very in-depth thing on a show called Timeless. What's it on?
I think it's on Hulu, and if it's not on Hulu, then it's on Amazon Prime.
You said YouTube.
You said
A
YouTube.
minute ago.
What?
Yeah, you said
You're
YouTube.
like, it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Well, actually, everything's on YouTube. It's just either pirated or, moving.
Did I actually say YouTube?
Yeah, you did say YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah. Come to find out, did you know that Hulu is owned by Disney?
Really?
No way.
Yeah, they're owned by Disney.
Okay, did you hear about what happened with Netflix? How they lost like $1 million?
How?
Because they were about to take Friends off of Netflix,
Oh.
and then everybody got like
Speaking
super
of that.
upset, right?
Yeah.
And so they all just kept saying, no, you can't get rid of Friends. I love that show. This is the only place I watch Friends.
Okay.
And so they spent over $1 million to keep Friends on Netflix.
I saw this thing.
Wow.
Or is this? I forgot where I saw it, but people were talking about it. It was like they spent 100,000 or 100 million or whatever to keep it on, but they said that a certain amount of people, if they were to just quit because that they took Friends off, so like if they never did that, then a certain amount of people would quit Netflix, supposedly. And then they said if they were to keep it on, in the end, it would be a net gain for them. Other than if they had removed it, it would have been a loss because they wouldn't have spent 100 million, but they would have lost that many people and they would have lost money overall. But since they kept it, supposedly they're gonna make more money.
All right. Because I think Friends is one of the most watched shows on Netflix.
It is, along with The Office.
I heard they were gonna remove that too.
Yeah.
The Office? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
I just got Hulu,
Really?
and then I'm gonna watch lots of Rick and Morty.
Nice.
Nice.
So have y'all seen Trollhunters?
Oh my gosh.
The first season.
Yeah.
It's been
You've only seen the first
8 months.
You've only seen the first season?
Yeah.
Come on, man. There's 3 parts. Get you in the game.
And then doesn't
Alright.
it like the?
The Three Below,
Three
which
Below
is the
comes-
second part of the trilogy, comes out this December.
Oh wait, so the first 3 seasons are just the first part of the trilogy.
Yeah.
So our friend Carson has an addiction with a child show
It's
called
not-
Trollhunters.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not Carson,
And
but
according to them, it is the coolest show in the world.
I wouldn't
Now,
say that.
I say it's cool. I'm not saying it's the coolest show, but
But
it's a good
good.
show.
It's really good.
It's a good show.
I watched it. I watched the first season. Okay, I forgot the whole entire season
It's because
already.
you're a quitter. You know how many
It's
times I've seen Trollhunters through?
Well, then again, you have like
16 times.
Mother of
like
God.
what? How many siblings?
4.
4? Yeah, exactly. I only have 1.
Really?
Yeah, I only have 1 sibling. And how young is your youngest sibling?
2.
That explains everything.
But it's the 3-year-old that watches it. He's soon to be 4. His birthday is after Christmas, like the day after Christmas.
Really?
Still
Dead
child.
serious.
That
My brother's birthday
that
2 days
like
before.
works, but kind of sucks as well because like imagine that.
Because you either get gifts on your birthday or you get gifts on Christmas. That's how it works.
Well, my brother,
Really?
like since his
Or they get very few presents on Christmas, and then they get the other half. Like they get half and half, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Half of them are
sucks.
Christmas presents, half of them are birthday presents,
My
right?
brother, his birthday is like 2 days before Christmas, so we celebrated it like a month before because if we had celebrated on it, like a lot of people have been like on vacation or whatever.
Right.
And then so we celebrated it. So he's getting like full birthday presents, and on Christmas he needs full Christmas presents.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lucky kid.
Yeah.
So, birthdays in my family have a weird thing of being in 3s. Like, my mom's birthday is January 3rd. My birthday is September 3rd. My youngest brother's birthday is September 13th. And then the next oldest after me, his birthday is the 23rd of September.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, wow,
I know.
That's
It's crazy.
that's really really crazy.
Oh, and my grandma and my cousin and one of my friends is born on has the same birthday as me.
Jeez, that's a lot of people.
You're right. A lot of birthday cards. That I don't buy because I don't write Christmas cards or birthday cards.
You don't write Christmas cards.
I don't write those either. No, so I guess that was still a valid
Yeah.
sentence.
It was.
What is the best thing about Christmas to you? What is the
Okay.
meaning of Christmas?
Here we
I
go.
should say?
Here we go. Here we go. All right.
I just love the feeling and aesthetic of
Let
Christmas.
me guess because I love Christmas. Christmas is my literal favorite time of the year.
All right. Before we
most-
say anything more, Carson is actually wearing a Christmas hat.
He is.
I am
and
wearing a Santa hat right now.
I'll get
Right now.
the elf hat real quick.
Yeah, Adrian will be back in a moment. All right, so what Christmas to me is family, friends, and just being
Return
together,
of
and
the
it's
elf
all a
hat.
good happy season, right? And so one of the most the saddest thing to me is when I hear about people being alone on Christmas and Thanksgiving, like being alone on the holidays. That's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
one of the saddest things to me.
Yeah.
Because Thanksgiving, okay, think about Thanksgiving, right? Who do you usually go and have dinner with? Your family, right?
Familia.
And if you
Yes.
don't have family, you at least go to your friends.
Yes.
Yes.
right? So then it's all about being together. And then Christmas, it's all about giving, right? All about helping each other, being together as one in a community, and spending time with those that you love. And that's what I love about Christmas, because it's just got that warm, friendly atmosphere. And I was thinking about it this morning, actually, as I was looking at our Christmas tree that we have set up.
Yeah.
And if you look at Christmas lights, just like regular, like white ones, I guess, they even give off like a warm glow. Like, because white, it's not like a harsh, bright light, but it's like a soft, whitish yellow light that just
like
kind of just,
off-white.
yeah, like it's just kind of aura around it, and it just gives that warm,
Speaking of
happy,
Christmas
friendly
trees,
feeling.
did you know last year Martha Stewart had 40 Christmas trees in her house?
Well, that's Martha Stewart.
How do you have? Why?
I don't know. She was on Ellen and said that. Wow. Yeah.
I saw this one thing where this guy had a Christmas tree, but it was too big for his house, so they cut off the top and then they put it on top of their roof. So that way it looked like the tree was going through their ceiling.
Yeah. And like I've seen these like trees where like half of the tree is the bottom half of the tree is gone, so it's the top tree, so like cats can't get it. So yeah, it's like.
Have you? Do you guys have any Christmas traditions?
Well, with my family, we usually have this picture of Chris Pine on it.
No, really?
Well, for one day, and that's December 1st, we put
Justin
it on the
Christmas,
Christmas tree,
No.
and we
You
call
should-
it a
you
Chris
should-
Pine.
Yeah. No.
You should-
What kind of Christmas do you have? No. What kind of Christmas do you have?
It's a Chris Pine.
You should make an ornament with Chris Pine's face on it,
Yes.
and then hang it on your Christmas tree. That way, it can be small, and you can just hang it there all
Yeah.
year. All,
I mean,
not all year, but
other traditions are we have our own like personal little ornaments that we put on the tree, and
same.
practically every single person does that.
right, like the ones you made back in like kindergarten and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know any other traditions other than maybe like cutting the ham. That's satisfying. Just to
Absolutely.
smell it. Like
Love ham.
like when people say they use turkey instead of ham for Christmas,
That's Thanksgiving time.
yeah, Thanksgiving. That's where turkey comes from.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it makes me wonder, why do people choose turkey instead of ham?
Probably.
I didn't think about this until just recently. Apparently, ham has a lot of sugar in it.
It does.
It does, yeah.
Diabetics can't really eat it. And so,
And some people don't like the juiciness of a ham, and they like the dryness of turkey. You know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
yeah,
Some people do
Yeah.
that because turkey is naturally dry. Like I don't think I've ever had a juicy turkey.
True.
a juicy
It's
turkey
weird how
just
like
meant-
hams, they have like the ham shape, and it has like the grid pattern on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's satisfying to look at.
Okay.
Yeah.
A Christmas. We have quite a few Christmas traditions in my house. One of them is. Do you guys know the movie It's a Wonderful Life?
No.
Yes.
It's in black and white.
Yeah.
No, but we watch it every year. And although the majority of the movie is not around Christmas, the ending of it is in Christmas, and the meaning behind it of family being together with those that you love is in there. And then every year on Christmas Eve, we get to open one gift, but we don't get to pick the gift. They hand us the gift, and every year it's pajamas or slippers or something.
Pajamas.
And that way,
Yeah.
when we wake up the next morning, we're wearing our Christmas things from the next day, and we're all matching, and it's very, yeah. And we have our own version of Elf on the Shelf, I guess you could say. It's called the Little Shepherd, where it like goes around the house and tries leading you closer to Christ, having a Christ-centered Christmas. It's a religious thing, but I like it because I'm the one in control of it. I mean, like I'm the one who gets to move the shepherd around, and I kind of been slacking this year. Like I'll move it, and then I'll forget it one night, and they'll be like, "Wait a minute, the shepherd didn't move," and I'm like, "Oh crap!" I put it in my brother's stocking this morning, so it's all good. You got any Christmas traditions, Adrian?
I'm not gonna lie, I do not.
You don't? None?
Wow.
Never.
You don't do something every year?
No. It just when I wake up for Christmas. Usually we have breakfast before we do all the presents.
Oh, that's
and
one
we-
thing we don't have. So
Breakfast?
we basically fast throughout the whole entire day until Christmas dinner.
Oh.
But
We usually have
we-
cinnamon rolls on Christmas.
I thought you were about to say we usually sin on Christmas.
no,
Yeah, we have cinnamon rolls. You know what I'm saying?
no, it's funny though because like
All my sinners out there.
we have our dinner
Sing it.
like at 4 o'clock,
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah.
our dinner lasts like 4 hours.
That's insane.
I mean,
Couldn't do
like,
that.
it's awesome because I get to eat throughout that whole entire time.
Yeah.
Like, I could basically eat like 5 pounds within 4 hours.
Oh my
Right.
God.
But yeah.
Speaking of large amounts of food, all right. So for those of you who don't know, I am.
Speaking of large, how's your mom, Carson?
Wow, that was a good one. I'm not
was
even
really good.
I'm not even gonna be offended by that.
Adrian, that was whoa.
Anyway, so for those of you who don't know, I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, okay? And so we have missionaries that come over to our house, right? And there's this one really big Tongan guy, right? You know, if you guys know, like, Tongan people, they're pretty big people,
Sounds
right?
like something from Trollhunters. Tongan.
It's a country, dude. Tonga.
Where? Where's Tonga?
It's like by the Philippines.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought it was in Africa.
No, it's around the Philippines. But anyway, whenever we would sit down to eat, we would never have any leftovers because he just kept eating. Okay, he would eat his first plate. He wouldn't talk at all during dinner, right? Because you know how usually at dinner you talk with everybody at the dinner table. No, he's like zoned in on his food, eats his first plate, goes gets more, eats his second plate, and then he talks. And when I'm talking plates, we have regular sized plates, and then we gave him a platter because he just couldn't eat that small of an amount. So he just eats tons of food. And we moved to a new house while they were still our missionaries that were there. And, you know, we're moving, and we needed to carry a bookshelf up the stairs, right? And so he just comes up one-handed, puts on his shoulder a dresser, and just walks up the stairs and puts it down where we needed it. And we're like, wait a minute, dude, what the heck? Why are you so strong? He goes, I'm actually the smallest in my family. And we're like, no way, because this dude is like 6'4", and he's carrying a dresser with one hand, and he says he's the smallest in his family.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, like, I went to Hawaii once. That's part of like the Polynesian islands, right? And I remember not seeing really any Hawaiians there, like natives, at all. It was mainly white people and Asians. So
Tourists.
Tourists. And basically, what we did was we went to the northern part of the island of Oahu because that's where we were taking vacation in.
Right.
And all of a sudden, you see all these natives. I mean, it was cool, but they could tell that we were Americans, even though they're Americans.
Yeah.
You mean Canadian?
Canadian.
You look Canadian. I'm never gonna let you live that down. You look like a Canadian Asian, Brandon.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hawaiians just like look like bloated Mexicans.
That was the.
Thank you for that, Adrian.
You're welcome.
Thank you for.
Anyway, that's all the time we have.
Thank you for offending an entire people.
Okay.
That's all the time we have. Like and
disrespect.
subscribe. Come back next Tuesday for episode 2.
Yeah, episode 2 is coming out next week. Hopefully.
Support us on Patreon.
Patreon. We don't have.
We don't have a
We
Patreon.
don't have a
Adrian,
Patreon.
shut up.
We will have a Patreon.
No, we won't.
No, we won't.
Stop talking.
This is a non-profit organization.
Okay. Anyway, see you next time. Keep it crispy.